Kara stood frozen at the edge of the graveside, the rainbow pin on her lapel glinting defiantly under the overcast Seattle sky, as her cousin's sneer cut through the murmurs of mourning. Really, Kara? Parading your lifestyle at Grandma's funeral? Have some respect. The word stung like a slap, but it was the hidden recorder in her pocket that captured the real venom later that night, exposing a family secret that would shatter everything she thought she knew about loyalty and love. Her mind raced back to the moment she decided to wear it. Grandma Evelyn had been the one constant in her life, the woman who whispered stories of acceptance in a world that often screamed rejection. Kara had come out to her years ago, and Evelyn's response was a warm hug and a quiet, "Love is love, dear." But now, with Evelyn gone, the pin felt like a tribute, a silent vow to live authentically. Yet here she was, enduring the judgmental stares from relatives she barely saw outside holidays. Why did I think this would be okay? She thought, her chest tightening. Am I just inviting more pain? As the service ended, Kara slipped away to the parking lot, her phone buzzing with a text from Viviana. "How are you holding up? I wish I could be there." Viviana, her partner of 2 years, the one who made her feel seen in a way no one else ever had. They met at a community art gallery in downtown Seattle, where Viviana's paintings of abstract emotions drew Kara in like a magnet. Their first conversation was about color theory, but it quickly deepened into shared vulnerabilities. Kara's strained family ties, Viviana's immigrant background from Mexico, fighting for a place in a country that often viewed her as an outsider. "We're both misfits," Viviana had said with a laugh that night, her hand brushing Kara's. Now that connection felt like her only anchor. Driving home through the rain-slicked streets, Kara replayed the cousin's words in her head. Lifestyle. As if her love for Viviana was a choice like picking out shoes. The anger bubbled up, mixing with grief. She pulled over, tears blurring her vision. What if they're right? What if I'm dishonoring Grandma by being myself? But no, Evelyn had known. She'd even met Viviana once over tea and smiled knowingly. "She makes you happy," Evelyn had said. That memory fueled Kara's resolve, but doubt lingered like a shadow. Arriving at their cozy apartment in Capitol Hill, Kara found Viviana waiting with a hot cup of chamomile tea. Viviana's presence was a balm, her dark eyes searching Kara's face with concern. "Tell me everything," she said softly, pulling Kara into an embrace. As they sat on the worn couch, Kara recounted the mockery, her voice cracking. Viviana listened, her hand stroking Kara's back. "They're scared of what they don't understand," Viviana murmured. "But you? You're brave." Kara wanted to believe her, but inside the conflict raged. "How do I balance honoring my family with loving you?" The question haunted her as they talked late into the night. The next morning, Kara listened to the recording she'd secretly made at the wake, hoping to capture kind words about Evelyn. Instead, it revealed her aunt and uncle plotting to cut her out of the will because of her deviant ways. The shock hit like a thunderclap. They knew about Viviana. How? Spying. Betrayal sliced through her. She played it for Viviana, whose face hardened. "This is war," Viviana said, her voice steady but eyes flashing. Kara nodded, but fear gripped her. What price will I pay for fighting back? As days passed, the recording became a weapon Kara wasn't sure she wanted to wield. She met with her lawyer, a sharp woman named Elena, who advised caution. "This could expose more than you think," Elena warned. Kara's mind swirled with possibilities: lawsuits, family rifts, public scrutiny. Meanwhile, Viviana pushed for action. "They can't get away with this," she insisted over dinner one evening. Kara hesitated, torn between justice and the remnants of family bonds. Am I ready to burn it all down? The internal battle intensified, each decision feeling like a step toward an abyss. Social pressures mounted too. At work, as a graphic designer for a progressive firm, Kara faced subtle questions about her personal life. A colleague's offhand comment about those people at Pride events made her stomach churn. She confided in Viviana, who shared her own struggles: discrimination at her teaching job, where parents whispered about the Latina lesbian influencing their kids. "We fight together," Viviana said, but Kara wondered if their love could withstand the onslaught. One night, Kara's mother called, her voice laced with accusation. "I heard about the pin. Are you trying to embarrass us?" Kara's heart pounded. "Mom, it's who I am." The silence stretched, then her mother sighed. Think about your future. Hanging up, Kara felt the weight of generations pressing down. Why must love come with such conditions? Viviana held her as she cried, but even in that comfort, doubt crept in. Is this worth the isolation? The conflict escalated when Kara discovered old letters from Evelyn, hidden in a box of mementos. One read, "To my dear Kara, never hide your light." It was a sign, or so she thought. But sharing it with Viviana led to a heated debate. Viviana wanted to go public with the recording, while Kara feared the backlash. What if it destroys us? Kara visperet. Viviana's eyes softened. What if staying silent does? The tension built, decisions looming like storm clouds. Kara paced the living room, the letters clutched in her hand, as Viviana watched from the kitchen doorway. "We have to decide," Viviana said, her tone firm yet laced with empathy. Kara stopped, meeting her gaze. The air between them crackled with unspoken fears. Fears of loss, of judgment, of a world that demanded they conform. That afternoon, Kara met her sister, Lena, at a quiet cafe in Bellevue. Lena, ever the peacemaker, sipped her latte before speaking. "The family's talking. They say you're stirring trouble." Kara's jaw tightened. "They mocked me at the funeral, Lena. And the recording." She trailed off, gauging her sister's reaction. Lena's eyes widened. "You recorded? That's invasive." The word hung heavy, making Kara question her morals. Am I becoming like them, sneaky and vengeful? Driving back, Kara's thoughts spiraled. What right do I have to expose their bigotry? But then what right do they have to erase me? The duality tore at her. Viviana greeted her with a kiss, but Kara pulled away slightly. "Lena thinks I'm wrong." Viviana's face fell. "And you? What do you think?" The question pierced Kara's core, forcing her to confront her wavering resolve. As weeks unfolded, the pressure from society intensified. Pride Month approached and Seattle buzzed with events, but Kara felt like an outsider even there. At a support group meeting, she shared her story anonymously, only to hear echoes of similar pains: disowned children, fractured families. One woman's tale of losing her job after coming out mirrored Kara's fears. Driving home, she pondered, is authenticity a luxury I can't afford? Viviana, meanwhile, faced her own battles. At school, a parent complained about her influence, citing her visible relationship with Kara. The principal called her in, his words diplomatic but cutting. "We value diversity, but discretion is key." Viviana fumed internally. Discretion? As if our love is a dirty secret. She told Kara that evening, her voice trembling with rage. Kara held her, but guilt gnawed. Am I dragging her down with me? The turning point came during a family gathering Kara couldn't avoid. Evelyn's will reading. Seated in the lawyer's sterile office, she felt eyes boring into her. When the inheritance was announced, her share was minimal, the rest going to traditional relatives. Whispers followed. Serves her right. Kara's blood boiled. That night, she played the recording for Viviana again. "We release it," she declared, her voice steady for the first time. But doubt resurfaced quickly. What if it backfires? What if they sue? Viviana sensed her hesitation. "We're in this together," she reassured. But Kara wondered if Viviana truly understood the cost. Their relationship, once a sanctuary, now felt strained by the constant drama. Small arguments erupted, over chores, over plans, masks for deeper fears. Social media amplified the turmoil. Kara scrolled through posts about LGBTQ rights, envying the triumphant stories while ignoring the tragedies. A viral video of a woman disowned by her family hit too close. She showed it to Viviana. "This could be us." Viviana shook her head. "No. We'll fight." But Kara's mind raced. At what price? Isolation? Heartbreak? One evening, Kara's father showed up unannounced. His face was etched with lines of disappointment. "Your mother told me about everything." He couldn't even say the word. Kara stood her ground. "Dad, I love Viviana." He sighed. Love? Or rebellion? The words cut deep, echoing her own doubts. After he left, Kara collapsed, sobbing. "Why must I choose between family and love?" Viviana comforted her, but tension simmered. "Maybe we need space," Kara suggested impulsively. Viviana's eyes filled with hurt. "Is that what you want?" The question hung, unanswered, as silence enveloped them. Kara's heart ached. Am I sabotaging us to avoid the fight? The next day, Kara confided in her therapist, Dr. Ramirez, about the moral quandary. Releasing the recording feels right but wrong, she admitted. Dr. Ramirez nodded. Ethics aren't black and white. Leaving the session, Kara felt clearer. Yet the conflict persisted. Society's gaze weighed heavy, neighbors' stares, colleagues' whispers. How do I live authentically without destroying everything? Viviana, sensing the rift, planned a quiet dinner. Over pasta she opened up. I came to America for freedom, but it's conditional. Kara listened, her own struggles mirroring Viviana's. They talked for hours rebuilding bridges. But as they lay in bed, Kara whispered, "What if we lose?" Viviana squeezed her hand. Then we lose together. The resolve strengthened, but the storm loomed. The decision to release the recording anonymously online sent ripples through Kara's world faster than she anticipated. Posted on a local forum, it went viral within days, tagged with family betrayal and LGBTQ rights. Comments flooded in, supportive voices mixed with vitriol. Kara watched from her laptop, heart pounding. Did I do the right thing? The exposure felt liberating yet terrifying. Her phone exploded with calls. First her aunt, furious. How dare you air our dirty laundry? Kara hung up, trembling. Then media outlets reached out, wanting interviews. Viviana fielded them, her teacher poise shining. This is about justice, she told one reporter. But Kara retreated inward. The attention magnified her vulnerabilities, every flaw, every doubt broadcasted. Society's backlash hit hard. At work, her boss pulled her aside. This drama, is it affecting your performance? Kara assured him no, but inside she seethed. Why must my personal life define my professional worth? Viviana faced worse. A petition from parents demanding her removal. She's promoting an agenda, it claimed. Viviana fought back, rallying colleagues, but the stress showed in her weary eyes. Amid the chaos, Kara and Viviana's bond tested like never before. Late nights turned into arguments. You pushed me into this, Kara accused one evening. Viviana recoiled. I supported you. This was your choice. The word stung, revealing cracks. Kara wondered, is our love strong enough, or just a casualty of war? A surprise ally emerged, Lena, who called to apologize. I listened to the recording. They're wrong. The validation soothed Kara, but mended nothing with the rest. Her parents went silent, a rejection louder than words. Kara's mind tormented her. Have I traded one family for none? Public scrutiny escalated when a conservative blog doxed them, labeling their relationship immoral. Threats arrived via email, forcing them to change locks. Viviana downplayed it. Words, not actions. But Kara panicked. What if it turns violent? The fear isolated her further. In a moment of weakness, Kara considered retracting everything. She drafted an apology email to her family, fingers hovering over send. Viviana walked in, seeing the screen. Don't, she pleaded. That's surrendering. Tears flowed as they embraced. I'm scared, Kara admitted. Viviana nodded. Me too. But we're right. The high point came at a rally in Pioneer Square, where supporters gathered. Kara spoke hesitantly at first, then passionately. Love shouldn't cost inheritance or dignity. Cheers erupted, but inside, she questioned her heroism. Am I a fighter or a fool? Back home, Viviana revealed her own secret. She'd been offered a job in Portland, away from the drama. We could start fresh. Kara's heart sank. Escape sounded tempting, but running felt like defeat. What about justice? She asked. Viviana sighed. Justice has a price. The moral dilemmas piled up. Friends distanced themselves, fearing association. One, a childhood buddy, said, "It's too much drama." The betrayal echoed her family's. Kara reflected. How many layers of hurt must I peel before finding peace? As the story spread nationally, Kara received messages from strangers, teens struggling with identity, thanking her. It humanized the fight, but didn't erase the pain. Viviana, too, found solace in student letters of support. Yet, their relationship strained under the weight. A quiet evening turned tense when Kara snapped over a minor issue. Sorry, she muttered. Viviana forgave, but the pattern worried her. Kara's internal monologue intensified. Why did I wear that pin? Was it pride or provocation? The answers shifted daily. Therapy helped but not enough. Dr. Ramirez probed. What do you owe yourself? Kara pondered. Authenticity, but at whose expense? The climax built when her parents finally reached out. A terse email demanding a meeting. Kara agreed, nerves frayed. Viviana accompanied her to the neutral cafe. Her father spoke first. You've humiliated us. Her mother added, but we miss you. The admission cracked Kara's armor. Tears fell as she explained her pain. I just wanted to be me. Viviana interjected gently. Love isn't a threat. The conversation twisted. Accusations, apologies, unresolved tensions. Leaving Kara felt raw. Progress? Or more illusion? That night, lying awake, Kara whispered to Viviana. What now? The question lingered unanswered as the storm raged on. The meeting with her parents lingered like a bruise, tender and unresolved. Kara replayed every word, dissecting tones for hidden meanings. Did they mean the apologies? Or was it damage control? Viviana urged patience. Change takes time, she said, but Kara's impatience grew. How long must I wait for acceptance? Media frenzy peaked with a TV interview offer. Kara accepted, seeing it as amplification. On air, she shared her story, voice steady despite inner turmoil. It's not just about me. It's about every queer person facing erasure. Viewers responded positively, but trolls swarmed online. Viviana monitored comments shielding Kara. Don't read them. But Kara did, each slur chipping at her resolve. Societal pressures morphed into personal attacks. At a grocery store, a stranger confronted her. You're destroying families. Kara froze, words failing. Later, she vented to Viviana. Why me? Viviana held her. Because you're visible. The incident fueled Kara's anger, but also exhaustion. Am I a symbol or a person? Viviana's job offer loomed larger. Portland could be our reset, she pressed one evening. Kara resisted. Running feels wrong. The disagreement escalated into their first major fight. You're clinging to pain. Viviana shouted. Kara retorted. You're abandoning the fight. Silence followed, thick with regret. That night they slept apart, the distance aching. Reconciliation came slowly. Over breakfast, apologies flowed. I don't want to lose you, Kara said. Viviana nodded. Then let's decide together. But the seed of doubt sprouted. Could they survive this? Family dynamics shifted when her uncle sued for defamation. The recording, though anonymous, traced back. Elena, the lawyer, warned. This could bankrupt you. Kara's world spun. The cost, financial, emotional. Overwhelmed. Why did I think truth would set me free? Court preparations consumed them. Viviana researched precedents, her determination fierce. We'll win. But Kara questioned ethics again. Suing family? The moral gray deepened. Friends offered support, but many faded, citing toxicity. Isolation bit hard. A breakthrough occurred when Lena testified in their favor, revealing more family secrets. Evelyn's own hidden queerness. Grandma was bi, Lena confessed privately. The revelation stunned Kara. All this time Evelyn had lived in shadows. It reframed everything. Am I honoring her by fighting or repeating her silence? The trial began in a Seattle courthouse, tension palpable. Witnesses testified. Relatives denying bigotry, supporters affirming it. Kara took the stand, voice breaking as she described the funeral mockery. It wasn't just a pin, it was my identity. The judge listened impassively. Viviana sat in the gallery, her presence a lifeline. During recess they stole moments. You're incredible, Viviana whispered.
Kara simulet weakly.
But inside, what if we lose everything? The verdict came swiftly, dismissed with costs to her uncle. Victory tasted bittersweet. Media hailed it as a win for LGBTQ rights, but Kara felt hollow. Her parents attended the final day, silent observers. Afterward, her mother approached. We're trying. It was a crack in the wall, but not enough. Post-trial exhaustion hit. Kara and Viviana retreated to their apartment, re-evaluating. Portland? Kara asked tentatively. Viviana shook her head. No. Here with you. The decision bonded them, but scars remained. Social awakening followed. Kara volunteered at LGBTQ centers, channeling pain into purpose. Viviana joined their shared mission, healing rifts. Yet doubts persisted. One night, Kara admitted, "I betrayed them too with the recording." Viviana countered, "Self-defense isn't betrayal." The debate mirrored their journey, right versus wrong blurred. As normalcy crept back, a new conflict arose. Viviana's family, conservative Mexicans, learned of the scandal. Her mother's call was scathing. "Shame on you." Viviana hung up, tears streaming. Kara comforted her, roles reversed. "We'll face it together." But the cycle of hurt continued. Kara's internal reflections deepened. Was the pin worth the war? The answer evolved. Yes for growth. No for losses. Therapy unpacked layers, revealing resilience. The story's arc neared completion, but not without final twists. A reconciliation dinner with her parents loomed, promises of dialogue. Kara prepared, heart guarded. What price for peace? The dinner unfolded in a dimly lit Italian restaurant in Bellevue, neutral ground for fragile truces. Kara and Viviana arrived hand in hand, a statement of unity. Her parents sat rigidly, menus untouched. Small talk faltered until her father cleared his throat. "We watched the interview."
Kara brace.
And her mother interjected, "It opened our eyes. A little." Conversations meandered through apologies and accusations. "We were scared," her father admitted. "Of what?" "Me loving."
Kara challenge.
Tears surfaced as her mother recounted her own suppressed dreams. "Society shaped us." Viviana listened quietly, then spoke. "It doesn't have to shape the future." The words hung, sparking tentative nods. Leaving Kara felt a mix of hope and skepticism. Was this genuine or performative? Viviana squeezed her hand. One step. But Kara pondered. How many steps until equality? Post-dinner, life stabilized. The viral storm faded, replaced by quiet advocacy. Kara designed pride campaigns at work, finding purpose. Viviana secured her job. Parents' petition dismissed. Their relationship deepened, forged in fire. Yet shadows lingered, occasional family slights, societal microaggressions. One evening, reflecting on the journey, Kara wrote in her journal. The pin was a spark, the recording ablaze. What burned? Illusions of perfect family, myths of easy acceptance. What rose? Truth, however painful. Viviana read it, eyes soft. You're a warrior.
Kara similet.
We're warriors. But internally, at what cost? Friends lost, trust shattered. A final confrontation came via email from her cousin, the original mocker. You've divided us. Kara replied calmly. Bigotry divided us. No response came, closure elusive. As months passed, Kara and Viviana planned a commitment ceremony, small and intimate. Invitations to family went unanswered by some, accepted by others. Lena attended, beaming. The event symbolized triumph, but Kara questioned. Is happiness earned through suffering? Society's evolution felt slow. News of anti-LGBTQ bills reminded her of ongoing battles. She marched in protests, Viviana by her side. Each step affirmed their choices, but exhaustion crept in. Why must we fight for basics? In quiet moments, Kara grappled with morality. The recording, necessary evil or ethical lapse. It saved her inheritance, exposed hypocrisy but wounded bonds. Viviana argued utility. Kara felt guilt. The awakening culminated in a speech at a gala. Our stories matter, Kara declared. Applause followed, but she wondered, do they change hearts? Life moved forward. Kara and Viviana adopted a rescue dog, symbolizing new beginnings. Laughter returned, love enduring. Yet the drama's echoes shaped them, stronger, wiser, scarred. Looking back, Kara realized the true cost. Innocence lost to reality's harsh lessons. But gains? Self-acceptance, deeper connection, societal nudge. In the end, as they sat on their balcony overlooking the city lights, Kara turned to Viviana. Was it worth it? Viviana smiled. Every tear. But the question lingers. In a world demanding conformity, is fighting for love a moral imperative, or a personal choice fraught with unnecessary pain?